Hi, Peter Jones, Chartered Surveyor, author and property investor, and in this short series of videos we're thinking about how we're going to find our deals. I'm going to talk about how to find your HMOs. Now, where are we actually going to find those properties? Well, probably at the local estate agents. Why? Because we're basically looking just for a house, aren't we? So the house is going to be at the local estate agent. Would I go into a local estate agent and say I'm looking for a property which is suitable for conversion to a HMO? Probably not. Why? Because probably most estate agents aren't going to even understand what a HMO is, let alone how you create it, and let alone what you need to be looking for. Now please, if you're an estate agent and you do know, don't get offended, but many of your colleagues and peers would not know. So I'd keep it very, very simple, and I would just go through looking through all the details of the houses, with a rough idea of where those particular houses are going to be in that town, and just do it the normal way as if I was looking for a buy-to-let. It's as simple as that. Now, one thing which might surprise you is that when I bought my properties to convert into HMOs, I tended not to negotiate too hard on the price. So for example, a typical 3-bedroom terraced house in the town which I ended up buying and creating my HMOs in cost around about £80,000. If it was on the market for £83,000, I'd probably just pay 80 or 81 or 81 and a half or whatever it happened to be. I wasn't going to go and try and get it for 70 or 65, because I knew that if I got the right property in the right area and I did the right works, then I was going to be able to create a property which would refinance itself and which I'd be able to get all of my money back out of. Because I know that using a commercial mortgage, for example, and using the right sort of commercial mortgage, which my commercial mortgage broker helped me find, then the banks would value the property up using the income method of valuation. They wouldn't look at it as bricks and mortar, they'd look at it as an income flow, as a cash flow, which meant that the valuation was going to come out much higher, pro rata, than just the cost of the bricks and mortar property and the cost of the conversion. So in round figures, an £80,000 terraced house might cost £40,000 to convert into a 5-bedroom HMO, all with ensuite bathrooms. But because the bank would then value the property up using the income stream, they'd probably value it at about £180,000, which meant that even with us a 70% loan to value, I could get all of my money back out again, which meant ultimately I didn't have to negotiate that hard on price. So there we are, a few thoughts on HMOs. I hope you found that useful. By the way, if you're just getting into property, or if you've been in property for a while but you want to accelerate your journey, come on over to my website, www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, and you'll find loads of great resources there which are going to help you, including my best-selling ebooks. And if you're just starting, probably the one which I'd recommend for you is the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, which tells the story of how I started in property and how within 4 years of getting started with no money of my own, and yes, I know that sounds like hype, but it's true, I didn't have any money, I was made redundant, I didn't have any savings, but I knew I had to do something, so I literally started with none of my own money, and within 4 years I'd bought £2 million worth of properties. Now of course I've gone on to buy many, many more properties than that, but that was kind of like the crucial period where I was learning my trade, and so I made a lot of my mistakes in that period, which I'm happy to share with you so that you can avoid them. But I also, through trial and error, found a lot of things to do which worked out well and which turned out to be the right things to do. So I'm very happy to share those with you as well. So I'd recommend that you come over to my website and you grab a copy of the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop. Until next time, here's to successful property investing.